Alrighty, what is going on? Shells here again today. Playing the Golf Club 2 here. We're playing on the Four Winds Par 3 golf course, if you guys are wondering what the course I'm playing. But yeah, we are talking about a course. TGC 2019. Announced there, maybe it feels like a while ago, but I haven't really talked too much about the game or what I want to. But I want to talk about what I want to see. I'm gonna try and avoid some of the stuff that's been answered already, or it's that they said it's coming in. So I'm gonna have a video on that, talking and discussing that. But let's talk about what I want to see in the game, other things like that. Now, first off, before we start into that, oh, that was such a bad putt by me. First putt of the day, and it is just not pretty. But anyway, I did not come across TGC, the golf club, until probably about 2 months before this game came out. And to be honest, I'm really annoying myself they didn't realize this game was out before that. I don't know why I was thinking. I'd love to go back and just figure out did I just completely just stunt over this game or something, or did I just completely I don't know what I was thinking. But anyway, unfortunately, I missed the golf club, the original. And I do watch a lot of the original golf club action. I watch a lot of people like I think Tim Wilson's probably the most obvious one. Tim Wilson UK. I probably watched a lot of his, golf club one, trying to get ready for this one because I saw the games coming out. I was like, I might as well wait. I've got a busy schedule coming up, and there's no point in me getting the game just then. I was gonna wait until the new one came out. It's gonna suit me better time wise and everything else. But I got the Golf Club 2 in July, I think, when it came out in Europe, and I was blown away by how good the game was. The community that's around it is unbelievable. I think it represents everything that you want in a golf game. I think everyone knows EA was pretty much EA is pretty much the kings of golf. I think HB Studios have just gone, yep, yoink, take that from you, and they've basically, I think, pretty much ended EA's any chance of seeing an EA golf game again. So it's good or bad. I like competition. I'm a big fan of competition in certain places. I think competition brings out the best in games. So but I think it's good to see Golf Club 2. I think if EA is going to come back, they have to come back with an absolute booming. I think they're going to have to come back with the course creator or something like that. So that's something I'm looking forward to maybe seeing in the future, and seeing these two games battle out competition. Because if you have a single division like Madden or NBA 2K, it just kind of get a bit stale. I think people can't find that. But anyway, let's talk about the game. Enough of me ranting and raving about other things that don't matter with this system. Anyway, first point now, I know they've gone back to the system that I was hoping they wouldn't go back to with the 3. I was hoping for more of a system, say, where you got a certain number of attributes and you pick which ones you want to add to. Say, for example, you wanted to have, you've which ones where you pick how much you want to add to power, speed, or power, maybe speed, driving distance, accuracy on your long irons, short game, putting, chipping, pitching. So I was hoping they'd have something like that to make things a little bit more, open the meta up a bit more. I think, because my biggest issue with the 3 clubs right now is that it feels that the top clubs are obviously the best clubs by miles. I mean, it doesn't feel like there's a disadvantage once you know how to use the top clubs. I don't feel like there's an error or anything like that, because I came back after probably about a 4-month break from November to February in this game, and I started using the middle set clubs again, and I was like, wow, these things are just ridiculously inaccurate. And I think it took me a while to figure out, okay, hang on a second, let's go back to the drawing board here and figure out, okay, how. It's like, what's the point in going to these clubs? I might as well just jump to the top ones again and just start from there. I think that's kind of personally what I decided to do. I know that people have different opinions on this, but I like a system like that. But I do have a compromise in the system. I know they're bringing in new clubs like that. I'm not going to try and talk about the stuff they've released yet. I'm going to try and do another video on that. But here's what I'd like to see with the clubs. So in real life, you have a driver, you have an 8 degree, 8.5 degree, 9 degree, 9.5, 10, 10.5 degree, that type of driver situation. I think it'd be great for this game to have the ability to be able to pick which loft you want. Say for example, you want to play, we're playing on Augusta, obviously we all know Augusta is going to be, I think the fairways, the greens are going to be rock hard, the firm, okay? Maybe I want to add an extra degree to my irons so they land a little bit softer. I think that's something that I'd like to add in. I don't know how. Obviously I'm still just, I'm speculating here what I'd like to see. I'd love the EA, or HB, pardon me, to bring a feature like that in. I think that'd be a huge addition to the game. I think it would make things a lot more different, because it would open up different ways to attack a course. You I think the biggest issue I have with this game right now is it's very kind of one, two, or three in this thing. I'd like to see more options for the player to go out there and do more things. Like, say, for example, we can add more power to the driver, but we drop off the ability to draw the ball or fade it, or even you drop off the accuracy. So, maybe you get an extra 10 yards, but your chances of hitting the ball 5 yards left or 5 yards right also increase. Even maybe it's like a random disadvantage. I don't know. I just trying to come up with ideas here. But I just think it'd be a really good idea. I think it would make the game interesting. Personally, make the game a lot more interesting for me. I think it would make the game a lot more interesting for people, because you'd see people attack courses with maybe a different style than what we've normally seen. I think that would be interesting to do. But of course, I don't know what exactly they're doing with the course. They haven't really mentioned about the gear and stuff like that. I know they're bringing in a branded immersion and they're bringing in real life courses, but just how much of that is actually what they're going to do, we don't actually know just yet. So we're gonna have to wait to find out about that stuff. So we're gonna have to wait and see what that is. Anyway, let's move on to my next point. I was gonna mention beta testing. This is a big point for me. As someone who's done programming in college, who has pretty much experience in a lot of programming languages, I know how tricky it is to test bugs and stuff like that in programming systems, especially like a game like this. Now, I have no problem doing an alpha test their own. I'm pretty sure they'll do the alpha testing and they'll get everything right. But here comes the but. I'd love to see them do a closed beta and an open beta, for the simple fact that I'd like to see them give people a chance to play the game and see if they can find stuff that maybe they wouldn't find. Because HB Studios is a small studio. Golf Club 2 community, you look how big it is. People are bound to find things that maybe other people wouldn't have found. So I think it'd be a huge thing. I think closed beta, have it for certain people like YouTube creators, content creators, TGC2 people that are well known, or big names in the industries like that. Get them to test the game as a closed beta, and then have an open beta for like the TGC2 people who've bought TGC2, so they can see the new game. They'll go, oh, I didn't realize I was making a new game, and that way you kind of get a bit of positive marketing that way. I think would be a nice idea. I think it'd be handy, even if it is just for like a weekend or something, maybe 3 days of the weekend or 4 over from a Thursday to a Sunday. Just give us a chance, like maybe a week or two before release. Just give us a chance to look at the game. Maybe just play a few rounds in the real life course to see how they go. When you have a little brief look at the course designer, just different things like that would be, I think, would be really cool for the game, and I think it would just make make a positive experience for people. Because I think the best thing about betas is you do get excited for the game. Like, it's the one thing that I get a hands like a beta, like a Call of Duty beta or Battlefield beta, and I'm like, oh, I can't wait for this game to come out. Like, that really gets you going. So hopefully something like that. That's what I really would like to see coming up. So that's my hope. Another point on beta testing here, and this is related to the course designer, what I'd like to see. Okay, I'd like to see course designers be able to have put their thing up unlisted, maybe, I think the best way to say it, and invite friends or invite people to play their course and play tests for them. Maybe if you could do it on, I don't know how feasible this would be on multiple consoles, but I'd like to be able to see, so for example, I have a friend on PC. Maybe I could be able to upload it to the system, the database, and say, okay, give permission to, and either give their PC, Xbox, or PS3 name, or give them a certain code. Like, you have given a I don't know what I call it, maybe like a link or something. Maybe I don't know what you do to make sure it's safe or protect, because obviously we talk about Cambridge problem, but yeah, it's like you upload it unlisted, and then you can make changes like that and have feedback sent to you. So I think that would be a huge positive for the game. I feel like that would benefit not only the course designer, but people who make the game. I feel like it would limit the amount of courses that would put up sometimes, because I feel like I see a lot of people, I see courses put up, it's like edition X, like edition Y. And I think the biggest thing they did from the Golf Club 1, I remember, is that they had 4 different courses for different pin sets, and now they have one course for the 4 different pin set. Like, it'd be very nice if you could change certain things in the course. Just be able to test certain things and do that. Because if you look at some of the designers in the game, I think you can see some of them, you can see some of their testing courses like that they upload, like that to test. I feel like it would make it much better if they could upload the course fully, allow people to test it, then go back, make the changes they need to make, and then they can finally upload the released version or something like that. I think that would be really handy. Now, I would like to see a form. Okay, that's kind of the wrong word I was looking for. But anyway, okay, let's see. This is the next big point I want to finish to course is the handicap system. Now, I was gonna mention how the handicap system might change if they were to be able to take the course down for a period to do some renovation work, but I'm not really sure how you trust that, to be honest. Yeah, I was trying to think that does not make any sense in my eyes. But anyway, okay, let's just talk about handicaps because that point is just not going to make much sense to people. If nice chip in there would be nice. But anyway, let's talk about handicaps. Now, here's my issue with handicaps in this game right now. I feel like there's a bit of an issue with them in relation to the fact that if a player plays off the front tees, they get a huge advantage. If I play with the front tees and I have the full set of driver with me, I can bomb it down a par 5 and I can have a wedge in. That's an easy eagle. If I'm back and I'm a 2-shotter, I'm using a 3-wood into the green, it's much harder to get the ball close to the flag. And I think this is a real thing that they need to break down this game and figure out perfectly how to do, because I think they're so close to getting it right. They're just about, what are they about? Maybe 2 or 3 steps away from getting it right. So I think here's my solution for handicaps, okay? I think handicaps should be only used on the back tees, okay? Or if you're going to use them, the front tees can only be used by the smallest clubs and maybe like the second set, and then the third and fourth ones can be used by the handicap ones. That way you get rid of the unfairness of having the top clubs for the smaller ones like that. So it's more of that way you'd have a more committed approach to the game. I feel like you'd have better handicap scores, because the biggest issue I have is I see people go on, like I played, and this is the first time I really remember looking at the course, playing Quintiliga South course. And I was playing against, I don't know who it was, but I shot 16 under. I mean, he was hitting wedges into the par 5s, and I was hitting 3 or 4 irons in there, and the difference it made was huge, because he eagled the hole and I'd miss, 3-putter. But I think just overall it would make more sense for the game to do this. I feel like it would keep the handicaps more in line with what they actually are. I feel like players should have an incentive to play off the further tees to be better. I feel like I don't have a problem with players playing off the front tees, but I think I have a problem with that counting towards the handicap. I feel like that's unfair. Maybe your handicap should be different based on or if otherwise, the other solution is, of course, handicaps based on the tees. I think that would be probably the best solution, I think, if I was a gaming company. But it's difficult to figure out what would suit best, because obviously I'm not a game designer. I'm just trying to think of how certain ideas would work. But I think that's something that they'd have to look into. I hope they look into. It's one of the features I absolutely, there's one feature I think really needs to be looked into, I think that's the one I'd really like them to do something about. But we'll just have to hope for the best and hope they do something about that, because I do think it does need to be addressed, because I feel like some of the handicaps are a bit ridiculous. They aren't exactly as accurate as they should be. I do feel like players should be rewarded for playing off the further tees. I think that would make the game much better. I think I see, like, the one thing I think with the ghost balls, you see too many ghost balls put in, and you see far too many players playing off the front tees. I know people like to do that, but that should not count against me playing the hole. I should be going against the people who are playing the hole off the same tees I am, and that's just my opinion. That's my 2 cents. I know some people probably disagree with me, and perfectly fine to disagree with me. Everyone has a different opinion on these things, but that's what I'd like to see. But I do understand there's also multiple options there. I think they will probably come up with a solution to this, because I do feel like there is problems with the handicap system. I do think they need to figure out a way to make it a little more what's the word? A little more fair. I think that would be the ultimate ultimate way to do it. I don't think there's anything else they need to do with it. I think it's a great system. It just needs to be better proofed into the game, better tamper proofs of that. I think that's the only thing that's missing in my eyes. So it's really close. I love it. I think the handicap system is a great system when it works in theory, but when it's kind of abused like the way it can be right now, it kind of just leaves kind of a sour taste in my mouth. So that's just what I think about it. I know that people will disagree with that, and that's perfectly fine. Anyway, here, 16-footer putt, and we put the pressure on. That's a good one. That's a really good putt. Anyway, so we're coming here to the 18th hole. Basically, just my opinion and what I like to see in the Golf Cup 2019. I love HBC to see this video. I doubt they will, but if they do, get on to me. I would absolutely love to test the game. If you want anything from me, I wouldn't mind having a crack at brute forcing some stuff. Yeah, look at this. This looks good. He's got the top slope and just bounce up. Oh, you couldn't draw it up any better. What a finish this round. Yes, this is the 4 wins par 3 course. It's actually a really nice course. I don't know who designed it. It's C Theg maybe? Or Z the G? Is it? I'm not exactly sure who designed this course, but it is a fantastic course. Can we finish with the birdie? Can we finish the birdie? Oh, it's going to run out of steam. Anyway. I think we win, do we? We do. We're 6 under. Nice. Nice. Take that and run to the bank. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Yeah, it is by Z the G. I knew it was Z the G. I played last night, so I have a good idea who played this course before. But there you go, 6 under. Did we have bogey for your round? Oh, so close to bogey for your round. Just one bogey at the first hole with a, I think it was a bad chip, was it? Or a bad shot, I can't remember. But yeah, it was a good round. Anyway, I'm looking forward to TGC2, or pardon me, TGC 2019. It is going to be a fantastic game when it comes out. Cannot wait to see more information as it comes out in the next few weeks. I am looking forward to seeing them ramp up the game. I predict the release date will probably be September, October. I think if they'd be stupid not to release it with the Ryder Cup, like on the eve of the Ryder Cup or the Tour Championship. That's just my opinion, because I feel like golf kind of goes to that like hollow period just after that. And of course, you got Black Ops 4 coming in October, so we'll see around somewhere in there. But I'm looking forward to it, guys. Hope you guys are too. Any comments, leave them down below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But peace out. See you soon.